Acid rain, acid rain. Howdy, remember my windows? I'm supposed to construct this kind of greenhouse. Welcome to Reuters. Environment. Russia's Shiveluch Volcano extremely active. Threatens eruption, scientists say. I've been talking about that volcanic activity is increasing all over the place, which also includes the northern hemisphere. We already had the Iceland eruption and La Palma eruption. On the southern hemisphere, we had the Tonga eruption. There should be almost summer now there in southern Earth, like Australia, Southern America. Maybe some of you know that there's like very big flooding and all kinds of stuff going on in Australia. Stuff isn't growing, it's too cold, too wet, and all these kind of things. Which is originated from the Tonga eruption. So, the harvest season in the southern hemisphere will be very bad. If we get some volcanic eruption on the northern hemisphere, it doesn't have to be a Tonga-sized eruption which blows high up into the whatever sphere we had, atmosphere. It would just need a strong enough eruption to produce a big ash cloud. There's no ripples in the atmosphere which travel the Earth 3 times around needed. Ash does it. So there is still stuff going on. I still say, once again, I might be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I think the La Palma eruption is not over yet. There is activity on neighboring islands as well, in the Canary Islands, not only La Palma. We have Iceland charging, and Italy. But anyway, let's go quickly over this Kamchatka. November 20th, the Shiveluch volcano on the Kamchatka Peninsula in the Russian Far East has become extremely active, threatening a powerful eruption, the Kamchatka Volcanic Eruption Response Team said on Sunday. A growth of the lava dome continues, a strong fumarole activity and incandescence of the lava dome. Incandescence of the lava dome. Explosions and hot avalanches accompanies this process, the observatory said on its website. Ash explosions up to 10 to 15 kilometers could occur at any time. Ongoing activity could affect international and low-flying aircraft. Russia's state RIA news agency cited Alexei Ozerov, the director of the Institute of Volcanology and Seismology of the Far East branch of the Russian Academy of Sciences, as saying that the dome of the volcano is very hot. At night, the dome glows almost over its entire surface. Hot avalanches with a temperature of 1,000 degrees Celsius roll down the slopes. Pyroclastic flows descend. This state of the dome is observed as a rule before a powerful paroxysmal eruption. Shiveluch, one of Kamchatka's largest volcanoes, with a summit reaching 3,283 meters, is also one of the peninsula's most active ones, with an estimated 60 substantial eruptions in the past 10,000 years. The volcano's last most powerful eruption took place in 2007, according to NASA. So I thought it's very interesting that we find these kind of news, a warning of a possible volcanic eruption on Reuters. Shiveluch Volcano. That's a picture from 2012. Eruption style, highly explosive. Construction of lava domes and large pyroclastic flows caused by dome collapse, one of Kamchatka's largest and most active volcanoes. So in the evening, Shiveluch Volcano volcanic ash advisory. Emissions continuing. Explosive activity continues. Volcanic Ash Advisory Center. Tokyo warned about a volcanic ash plume that rose up to estimated 17,000 feet, 5,200 meters. Altitude of flight level 170. And is moving at 20 knots in southeast direction. But we won't dive into that. There is one. There has been another one. 2 days. There has been several. 2 days ago, 5.1, 23 kilometers in depth. 50 kilometers in depth, 4.1, 18 hours ago. And this one? No. This one. This one was the one I'm missing. 30 kilometers in depth, 4.4. Yeah, it's not at the volcano. This is Shiveluch Volcano. If we zoom in, yes, I will say it. It seems that there are several white rivers. There's also on the other side are white rivers. Several of them. And it is obviously a volcano. I don't know if that's rock or ice. If it's ice, we could call it almost glacier. But I'm not too sure about that. So, this seems to be very active at the moment. Shiveluch? Let's zoom out a little bit so that we know approximately where we are. This goes straight into that. And that's now windy wind. So Shiveluch is approximately here. And these are the winds at the ground level. So we have to go up a bit. 3,000 meters. Let's take 3,000. Now let's just watch quickly. Can we zoom out still more? No. So Kamchatka and Shiveluch is here. If it would now erupt, we could probably see where the ash would go. Now let's play this forecast and check out how the winds are moving, if anything is going on. It seems to me that the winds are increasing in this region, which would help possible ash emissions from the volcano to spread easier towards possibly the United States. Yeah, the main direction is probably the same. So if this volcano is erupting in near future, the ash could be blown towards America, North America, Canada. Or just let's say it's rather north, so the northern part of the northern hemisphere would be covered in ash, at least to some degree. And there would be quite much ash also in the atmosphere. It depends on the eruption size and if there is any eruption or whatsoever, but the volcano is situated rather north, which could mean that the next summer here up in the northern hemisphere could be disrupted as well, as is the southern summer disrupted right now at the moment through the Tonga eruption. And here we have Kamchatka with many volcanoes. And now let's just go over a little bit, where we have even more north, Iceland. And as far as I remember, there is some action going on in Iceland too. I haven't checked this out yet, but that's 2 days ago. Katla. Ah, that's a rather big volcano. Which has obviously attached a rather big body of ice. Check it out, it's flowing all over the place. Yeah, maybe glaciers are just lava streams made of water. Who knows? 51 minutes ago, Grimsfell. Do we have 2 hours ago? That's interesting. There's really something going on. Oh man. 5 hours. 6 hours. Grimsbotn, which is effusive explosion. Is Iceland's most frequently active volcano, probably because it is located under the center of the active northeastern rift. Most of the volcano is hidden beneath the giant glacier. Vatnajökull, Europe's largest glacier. Could this mean that it is Europe's largest volcano as well? I don't know. 3 hours ago, and we are watching it 22 days. So these are rather fresh activities here. 3 hours ago. There might be much more going on than we can see here on this application, but I just found it interesting that there is 2 days, 10 hours, 2 days, 12 hours. So the ones on the north are probably fresher ones. 3 hours, 2 days. No, it doesn't really matter. There is something going on around Helderupreitt. Yes, this is how you spell it. Or not. I don't know. 28 minutes ago. 2 hours ago. 16 hours. 2 days. Anyway, it's going on still, and there's like others, smaller ones at the moment, but I just saw before as I was shipping myself over 2 days ago, 4.6 Nunavut, Canada. Clyde River, 18 kilometers in depth. All blurred out except this. Whatever that is. Yeah, that's another neat example for glaciers probably not carving out valleys. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this structure here. If the glacier cannot turn this around. Yes. Oh, very interesting. I think it's possible that this material here, which discharged into this fjord, could originate somewhere here and it just flowed down the valley. This might be very deep. And if it's fine sediment, the water really can carry them quite far. Yeah, that's very interesting. Interesting feature. Interesting colored water. But I think I leave it here. Shiveluch. We have to keep an eye on Shiveluch. Yeah. Check this out. Like this, it's just plain white, and there's one little spot here. Huh. Very interesting. Yeah, but you will find this place. You can check it out by yourself. Or I do it in my free time. What? These might be just rocks here. Those black. Here we don't see too much, and here it looks again totally different. But we have very good quality. There seem to be water veins going through the ice, or whatever that means. Or maybe these are just cracks. Probably not. I don't know. This could be also elevated features. Yeah, this looks all very interesting. Here you probably can see what I mean because these parts seem to be in the shadow, which would mean the sun or the light came from this direction, which would mean they would be elevated. This would be the shadow side. So this would be a steeper wall than on this side. You know, sun, shadow. But I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe it just looks like that. Maybe that's a water body. Maybe it's not. This looks like the chicken rock in my yard. And we have white rivers. Check it out. A white river in the middle of black rocks. Wherever we are. Nunavut or something. Yeah, there's a white river. There's many white rivers actually. Has ever anybody been there? I want to see pictures of this place. Like actual pictures. That's very fascinating. What is that? Ice? I don't know. In my opinion, this whole region here, maybe this continues wherever it goes, but especially this one, looks like a giant mud flow to me. And here it looks again totally different, but with less resolution. So it's worth every now and then to zoom in into certain places. Prince Charles Island. Whoa. Yeah. That's quite an island, despite we cannot really see. Very interesting, maybe an ancient coral reef. Foley Island. Agent Foley, Beverly Hills Cup. But anyway, yeah. Ain't it beautiful, our Mother Earth? That's amazing. But anyway, I leave it here. Thanks. Bye.